do hear that noise. I wonder what that noise is. I do hear that noise. I wonder what that noise is. I do hear that noise. I wonder what that noise is. Shalom, what's going on, party people? Peace, party people. Haha, see you later. Dana down. Daddy came. Come on. My man, my mellow, get on the mic. Yo, when rap first came out, shout out to Duran Charles with the super chat donation. Yo, when rap first came out, they used to say some of the silliest shit. Bismarck, he said, Big Daddy Kane, come on. My man, my mellow, get on the mic because you know you eat Jello. Bismarck, he told Big Daddy Kane, look at Wack. Shout out to the 100 show. It said, this man, hey, shout out to the 100 show. It said Charlie Kirk for president. That is crazy work. Charlie Kirk is white Jesus. Oh shit, man, the damn phone done dropped. That's why, listen, that's why I got that picture back there. The reason why I got that picture back there is because Charlie Kirk, look. Hey man, Wack is in full troll mode. That, for those that don't know, that 100 show that y'all see right there, that's Wack 100. Make sure y'all click that name. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Shout out to Wack 100. Hey, I'm live. Are you calling for the live show?
Yeah, I know you live. I see you with that white boy behind me.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's the new Charlie Kirk.
Yo, you crazy. Be careful with that.
That is the new Charlie Kirk. Listen, they comparing Charlie Kirk to Martin Luther King. They saying he got unalived in front of his wife and kids. He did not. He did not.
His wife and his children wasn't there?
No, they wasn't there. They probably, I believe what they're trying to say is that his wife and kids were probably watching online. Not that they were there. Like when I was looking up, I have not found any verifiable information that says that his parents, that his wife and kids were in Utah.
Well, anyway, listen, man.
What's
Be
up?
careful with the Charlie Kirk shit, man.
Why?
That's all.
Oh, okay.
Because YouTube, you know, they
Oh, yeah.
Man, you know,
I'm
that dude get fired. Who are we?
Right.
Him,
right.
Compared to them, you know what they saying. So that's all I'm saying. But I'm calling you.
You know what's crazy on that dude? You talk about Jimmy Kimmel, right?
Yes.
What they doing to Jimmy Kimmel is equivalent to what they did to Charlie in Utah. Because what you mean? Because what they're doing is, so Charlie, of course, was publicly assassinated in Utah. And what they doing to Jimmy Kimmel is publicly assassinating him too. Because what people don't see the bigger play. The bigger play with what they're doing with Jimmy Kimmel is they're eventually trying to use Charlie's death to censor free speech.
All right, but that's what we're going to deal with. That's going to be one of the questions when you come back. So
definitely.
You got to go all the way in. But this is what I'm calling for.
Okay, no sweat,
you keep missing good opportunities. Today is the African American Day Parade, brother. Y'all supposed to be in there deep with a banner and everything.
Why do you tell me the day of? Why you ain't tell me this? I've been talking to you all week.
Yeah. Y'all should be in the damn parade.
I talked to you all week. You could have said, "Hey, Cap." Well, you know what? I'm gonna put that on me because I should have had a team that was keeping up with the current events.
Still, it's every day this same year, bro, and it's going right from 111 all the way up to 145th, brother, on Linux Avenue. I mean,
that do sound like something we should have been a part of. Definitely.
I tell you this every day, man. I mean,
you always tell me the day of. You ain't tell me like a couple weeks before or nothing like that.
You can look, because I know y'all know how to rock it. You got your van, you got your speaker,
right?
You got your sound system,
right?
And man, y'all rocking that shit going all the way up.
Definitely.
Going all the way up. With
I agree with you
100%.
I agree with you 100%.
Turn that joint up and go in, bro. That would be fire, man.
Mm-hmm. That would be.
So next year, I'll remind you next year.
All right, no sweat. I appreciate it. And listen, if anything else is coming up in this city that you know about, let me know when you know. That way I could come up. Yeah, that way I could, be a part of it.
All right, no doubt, man.
All right, no sweat.
I'm going to go out there and see what's up, man.
All right, no sweat.
All right, peace.
All right, peace. Hey, I forgot about the Jimmy Kimmel. It's a lot. Listen, when I tell y'all it's a lot going on, make sure you thumb up the video. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you share the video. As I said, the brother that was talking earlier from the 100 show, that's none other than Wack 100 with his full troll. Talk about Big Charlie, not the little one. Charlie ain't big or little right now. Charlie is resting in peace. You know what I mean? But that Jimmy Kimmel, you know what's crazy? Hold on 1 second. Hey, Shalom, I'm doing a live stream right now. I'm actually going to talk about coming out there. But I'll talk to you about it more offline, all right? I know sweat. I ain't about. I Shalom, Chris. Cat, missing your chance to tell them to cross the line. That's funny as hell. But when I say it's a lot going on, so I talked about Cardi B already. Maybe we'll talk about that some more. You got Ghostface Killer, who has a gay son, who the gay son is angry at Ghostface, but yet is still using Ghostface to promote his career. Let that sizzle in your spirit. So he can't be that mad at his father. And the reason why he's mad at his father is because Ghostface does not. Did I pin the number? Hold on, I don't know if I pinned the number. Hold up. Look at Bezos. Bezos always bossing me around, man. Y'all don't know what I go through. Y'all don't know the abuse that I go through, man. Bezos couldn't wait to boss and tell me what to do. So look, I'm putting the number in there. The number's getting pinned now. Numbers getting pinned now. Y'all don't know what I go through in life. So there it is, Bezos. The number's pinned now. But I'm just joking, y'all. I'm just joking. So Ghostface is not accepting his son being a homosexual. And the problem I have with that is that if Ghostface didn't accept it, boy, they calling today. Jesus Christ, they calling this morning. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This brother EBI from St. Louis, Cap.
What's up, brother? You got a question or comment?
Yeah, man, I just wanted to just talk on that.
On which one?
This whole Cardi B situation, man.
Oh, okay, good.
Hey, you know what this is what I'm noticing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm noticing America and its women are really having like a baby mama outfit, like just like kissy fit right now. So basically, what I'm saying is like, so the women of today, I'm noticing there's two groups of people right now.
Right.
There's a species that's trying to change the past, and a species that's stuck in the past. And that species that's stuck in the past, they losing their power. I'm talking about the women. So what I'm telling my partner.
What past are you saying they stuck in? So you're saying there's a species that's trying to move past the past. I'm assuming that's the men. And then there's a species that's trying to stay stuck in the past. That's the women. What past are you saying the women are stuck in?
Okay, so when I was growing up, right, Aki, I'm telling you everything I observed with my two eyes.
Mm-hmm.
When I was growing up, the whole stepdaddy thing and multiple baby daddy thing, that stuff was okay. Now men have opened their eyes and they're wondering a lot of things are not okay, whether it's okay through the Most High or just noticing that through senses or perception.
Right.
And so men, I congratulate them. Okay, I want to start my own family. Cool. So now the women are stuck because they seen their mamas and them do these things. So they still think they got options. They don't realize that there is no more options. The world is changing. And so by them still being stuck in the past, they, you know what I'm saying, they feeling that loser power. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's interesting that you say that. So I'm going to try to surmise what you're saying. So what you're saying is as we all grew up in a culture where baby daddies was okay. Like I remember that song that they had, Who That Is, My Baby Daddy. That was a popular song.
Yeah.
And so both men and women accepted this notion of baby daddy type of lifestyle. If a woman had multiple kids, XYZ like that. And what you're saying now is men are trying to nullify that. And women are encouraging that. Is that what you're saying? Okay, good. You can continue. I just want to make sure, so for my listening audience, y'all can understand what he's saying. Go ahead.
Correct, and that's what's going on. And so, and they don't realize. And like I had to tell this woman the other day, I say, whether y'all realize it or not, y'all are like agents. Y'all play into the agenda of our oppressors. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And y'all were part of the major agenda. I looked when I first came to the Hebrew Israelite thing back in like 2008, right? They had a book called Behold a Pale Horse. Now, this is what they did with the book Behold a Pale Horse. They took a section out there, because I tried to buy it a couple years ago for my uncle's birthday. They took a section out called, I want you to look it up, you can get off Amazon, it's called Protocols of Zionists. And the first thing I read in that thing back in 2008 was the plan was to make the man pussy whipped. That's exactly what it said from the Zionists. That was their plan from the Jews. And that's what you have been seeing going on. And so, like I told my family, I said, if you notice in the 90s, it was also a big competition thing, drugs and competing for women. I say, cats not doing it no more. They don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Cats not doing what no more?
Like as far as like, you know, back in like, I'm pretty sure you witnessed, I was a kid, but I noticed like when I seen the movie Paid in Full, you know, big drug dealing and compete for women was like a cool thing. You know, big chains, gold, jewelry, you know what I'm saying? They still do that thing with rappers and stuff like that. But as far as like men making that they number one thing to do in the morning, like it was cool back then, and it ain't that no more. Men are more so focused on a peace than pleasure. You know what I'm saying? But it still goes on a little bit, just not as much as widespread because of the internet and how much women have told on themselves and men have woken up. And so, like I said, the main thing was the main tool that they've been using and still using today is all women against us, and they don't even see it or recognize it. You know what I'm saying?
So you saying some stuff, like you saying some truths. I would say the only thing I wouldn't say, I don't want to make it seem like there aren't any women, because I think there's a bigger issue. So I don't want to say like there aren't any women that aren't doing it. So I'm gonna give you a comparison. You have Clarissa Shields, you have Cardi B, right?
Right.
And so Clarissa Shields and Cardi B are like two types of women. So like, and this goes to your point of you saying how I don't know if you rolled a window down or what, but it just got loud as hell just now.
That was the motorcycle, my baby.
Okay, yeah. So Cardi B represents the type of woman that you're talking about. Clarissa Shields represents the type of woman that women actually are against. So meaning this, like, people vilify Cardi B, people vilify Clarissa Shields as if she was breaking up a happy home, which she was not. Clarissa Shields got with Papoose at a time where, now, and I'm answering this from a worldly position, because in the truth, a man, even if Papoose and Remy Martin was on good terms, and Papoose got with Clarissa Shields, he wouldn't be doing nothing wrong by God's eyes, but in the world's eyes, he would have. But Papoose was a brother that stood down with his woman, rode with his woman while she was in prison. She comes home. She was having a lesbian affair on Papoose. Papoose forgave it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she dealt with a woman too on Papoose. Papoose forgave it. She deals with this battle rapper. Papoose is keeping it on the low, so this woman is straight up hoeing on him. And then, of course, Papoose knocked the nigga out.
Knocked him out, I remember that.
Right, Papoose ends up getting with Clarissa Shields, but Clarissa Shields is not breaking up a home. Clarissa Shields is already, Papoose and Remy is already broken up. But people vilified her, and people think they vilified her because she's broken up a happy home. That's not true. People vilify her. Yeah, people vilify her because Wait, hold on. Hey, Wack, give me 1 second. Wack want to go live with me and Wack gonna go live together in a second. I just want to take this call, right? People vilify Clarissa Shields because she's submissive to Papoose. That's why they vilify her. They glorify Cardi B because Cardi B cares more about her happiness, or AKA selfishness, than anything else. That's why they vilify her. That's the difference between, to answer your question about men and women. Because if Cardi B cared for true happiness, she wouldn't have left Offset. She got 3 kids. She would have cared about them 3 kids growing up in that household. Now she turned herself into the baby mama that you was just talking about. Because that baby mama lifestyle now gets to be glorified, because now that by her, hey, I got you. Hey, Wack, I'm coming, Wack. As soon as I finish this phone call.
Wack, he coming,
yeah, man. I'm coming. As soon as I finish this phone call.
Pause,
because
pause.
That is a pause. That is a pause. So with that said, what makes that better for women is for women that want to go through whole phases. Women that care more about themselves than their own children. That's what, and so men don't want that. Real men don't want a woman that's wild and loud all out in the street. They don't want that. But I do want to hop on this call because I got to see how to do this.
Go ahead, Cap.
All right, no sweat. I appreciate it. All right, peace. You too. All right, so now I don't know. Now I'm gonna let to my audience. I don't know if I click this link, if it's gonna allow me to join Wack's live stream and then this live stream ends, or I don't know how this works. So bear with me 1 second. Let me see what happens. All right. So if this live stream clips, it's because I'm joining Wack's live. I don't know if that's, hold on, let me see. Hey, Wack, hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Bear with me 1 second. Hey, Wack, if you listening, I'm calling you from my other phone. If you listening, Wack, I'm calling you from my other phone.
Your call has been forwarded.
Oh, he's live. Wait. So Wack live right now. Hold on. Let me see if I could do it this way. Hold on 1 second. I think I know how I could do it to where it stays on both. And that's because I'm a genius. Hey, Wack, I think I figured out how to join the live, so I'm joining it from my other phone.
The offices of Charlie Kirk might help you.
Hey, do you want me to join your? Do you? 250. Oh, okay.
Everybody saw me send you the link. You got the link on your text message. That's the link for the people. Was Charlie Kirk the Malcolm X?
Oh, bet. Say less. Okay.
Real?
Okay, I got it.
You scared, Cap?
I ain't scared at all. But I'm glad
you Israelites, y'all only like to talk about things that y'all can dominate. Y'all don't want to talk about it.
Say less. So wait. So let me announce it. So the link that Wack put in the chat, I want all of y'all to make sure y'all click that link. Make sure y'all subscribe. 2:15 Pacific time.
Yeah.
Right. 2:15 Pacific.
Just me and you.
Right. I'm with you. I'm gonna join you. So 2:15.
I see you got your white Jesus behind you. Charlie Kirk. Get it to your Charlie Kirk mojo.
No swear. We gonna get it in. So I want to give all the time zones.
I seen you do some BS the other day, Cap.
What I do?
You put this thing up, and they said all this about all the black killers, and then you put up this lady, she's pointing out
the white killers, right.
And I'm like, Cap, still don't get it.
Yeah, we gonna see, because I'm just showing what the white lady said. That's all.
Okay, I know. You really concerned with the white people.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not concerned with what white people do. They concerned with what we do.
Listen, Cap.
Right.
We're going to talk about it 2:15.
We're going to talk about 2:15.
Where that little dude at? The Side Netter dude. That's his name.
Yeah, Side Netter. Yeah, Side Netter.
Ever since we ran him off Clubhouse, I haven't heard a peep out of him. Right. So he might have to set something
Side
up.
Netter, yeah, Side Netter. Yeah, man, it'd be good. Side Netter don't really do Clubhouse. Side Netter don't really do Clubhouse. He just do YouTube.
He might have to do a one-on-one. We might have to bring him in and do a one-on-one with R&B on Ego Exposed because he definitely got.
Yo, listen, that would be dope actually for him to come over.
You know, that's what I know is about Side Netter, right?
Mm-hmm.
He do all this woofing about what everybody else doing, but I ain't never heard him debate shit. He like the Don King of the debaters.
Yeah, look, he know how to get us together.
Don King throw a punch.
Now, listen, he go in the not now. Only thing I say about Side, he do get in the ring. He be getting in the ring, Wack. He get in the ring with some.
Who he got in the ring with? A little midget dude?
Nah.
He told me to debate with a midget on how to slam dunk a basketball.
Nah. Side gets in the ring sometimes, man. So Side get, but I think R&B coming over on his platform, I do think that would be dope to talk about the book. I think that'd be dope. I'm gonna talk to him about it.
You know, listen, the Queen ready to go. He might turn the fade down. He might be intimidated.
Nah, he won't. I don't know if he'll look at it as a debate. He would want to just interview her. Like
That's cool.
Right, yeah. He'll just want to do an interview, ask her some questions about the book, get a little background. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send her the link.
So he can get brief, so he can go get on and brush up on it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I know I kind of did some damage. He probably got some wounds over there, you know what I'm saying? I stabbed him in his
he
big
tough,
toe,
like, nah, Side Netter gonna tell. Listen, Side Netter boasts about he used the toughest environment. So, all right, Side Netter.
He came into a goddamn storm, he wasn't ready.
Nah, you know what? I'm gonna tell you why. I don't think he was ready for that type of tough environment because that's a little different. And I tried to warn him. I said, listen, just don't say nothing crazy. And I don't think he realized what the crazy was. Like, I don't think he realized the Clubhouse crazy and then the conscious community crazy. Like
let me tell you something. You was already good at what you did.
Right.
That was on the side of Clubhouse made you better.
Yeah, I said
was already good at somebody in front of you.
Right.
Now you done came into a storm and you know how to stand in it and still win
and
the
stay
storm.
with it. Right.
So now there's somebody in front of you really ain't shit.
Nah, it ain't. Listen, I said the other day, I said that goddamn Hunter side taught me how to troll better. I said, cause y'all niggas is crazy. Like the Hunter side, and the thing about the Hunter side, after the trolling is over, they go right back to normal. Hey, what's up, Cap? Yeah, I'm gonna watch your video. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do all that. But in the troll mode, that shit be wild and off the chain. And to an outsider.
You said you got Cap ass. I had Cap going. Why?
And that's how this shit be. And that's what people don't be understanding. When you from the outside looking in, they be thinking that Wack can't stand me because of the way we going back and forth, not knowing it's just the shit on Clubhouse. That's just how the shit go. Because when the shit is over, me and Wack will laugh about the shit. We'll text back and forth about the shit. Wack will say, hey, Cap, can you do this for me? Can I do this for you? XYZ like that. That's how the shit go, but people don't realize that.
Shit, put it out there for the people.
That's it.
The thing about it, Cap, the conversations with you, I'm able to give the people another side of me.
Right.
Because any debate with you got to be really about some worldly, some real shit.
Right.
Like ain't no having a conversation with Cap about what NBA YoungBoy did.
Right.
That ain't so lame. So, it gives people a chance to be like, because today I'm gonna give them a different perspective. I told the dude the other day, they asked me about old Charlie Kirk. I said, hey man, Charlie Kirk has done a good deed for us black people.
Break that. Oh, you gonna break it down now? You gonna wait till 2:15?
He's done something. Charlie Kirk, at the age of 31, has done something that the Israelites attempted to do and couldn't do. So
I can't wait. I can't wait to hear this. Listen, listen. Wack just came in here, dropped some little funky ass bombshell with the whole Charlie Kirk did something the Israelites could not do. We gonna see. He said that's at 2:15 today. So 2:15 today, 101, Wack 100, Captain Tazaryach. I think the title he put on there, let me see if I could get the title. Hold on. What he could get with the title. Hold on. Where's you at? Let me see. The title is Wack 100 with Captain Tazaryach. Was Charlie Kirk the Malcolm X? Was his truth too real? And that dude just hung up the phone on me, man. But that's how he do. And I'm glad he called so y'all can hear yourself, because I get tired of trying to tell y'all how the shit is. So I'm glad y'all can hear Wack say when he knows when he have a conversation with me, they get to see a different side of him. And it's all content. He has to push a narrative. Excuse me. When I'm saying push a narrative, you got to look at it like this. If Wack goes back and forth with me and it's an echo chamber of him agreeing with me, people are going to say that's not the real him. But if Wack comes up and me and Wack go back and forth and he can push me, because he said something when him and I first started going back and forth and we would have phone conversations. This is what he said. He said, Cap, a lot of people be wanting to say the stuff to you that I'm saying to you, but you can be intimidated. Because I'm not intimidated, I can say that shit. So he speaks for his side. I speak for my side. And those two worlds have to collide. Now, it's been about 3-4 years, probably when maybe since like 2022, something like that. So it's been like 3-4 years of us clashing, chilling, clashing, chilling, clashing, chilling. In that time span, I've interviewed Kanye West. In that time span, I've had a One West room that got burnt down. In that time span, we've had clashes. In that time span, I've been on No Jumper. In that time span, we've done dozens of different things together through the whole ordeal. And all that's done is just made the Israelites be more known, made Wack be more known on my side, and it's been beneficial on both sides. So I can't help. That's why I said I'm glad he called in, because y'all get to hear him say it. So I can stop fucking saying the shit. So that's 2:15 Pacific time, which is 5:15 Eastern time, 4:15 Central, 3:15 Mountain time. All right. So that's today. Make sure y'all tune in. It's gonna go up because I can't wait to hear this shit. So now with the other stuff that I was talking about, so it's a lot that's been going on. So what I wanted to play this video. This is the video I wanted to play. Hold up. I'm gonna show y'all this video. This is the video that I wanted to play. Remember I told y'all there was a video I wanted to play yesterday, because y'all see I have in the title. In today's title, you see it says, what is today's title? Today's YouTube title is, hold on. Let me go to my history. Today's gangs got their flags from America, right? So the reason why I wanted to say that is not because of something that I said, but something that I saw on No Jumper. And I saw this interview on No Jumper, right? And so No Jumper titled the video. So No Jumper titled, Creep Goes Off. Hold on, let me get the title, hold on. Creep goes off on Brandon for defending racist white people. So now, I'm not sure if this is when Charlie Kirk was assassinated or not. But what Creep said speaks volumes to understanding where they come from and the history of where we learn our violence from and our mentality. So I want y'all to listen to these words. Now, if I show it on the camera, it's probably not going to show. But I want y'all to listen. I want y'all to listen attentively to this, to what Brandon says, and I want y'all to listen to what Creep says. I'm gonna play it straight through, then I'm gonna play it again, and then pause it so y'all can understand. But I'm gonna play it straight through.
Old school white racist town. We're gonna stop trying to use the old school white racist towns as an excuse to not call out these niggas and how they make damn near every neighborhood.
Yeah, bro, but bro said racist. He said white people being racist is justified. It's never a justification.
I think
Look,
that choice of words
there's never a justification for being racist without reason. White people was racist to black people from the beginning of time without reason at all. So at what point did it become justified? Because now blacks is deciding to do the type of shit that they doing, but white people was doing the same shit that they claim that we do today. They was doing hundreds of years ago. They was killing people for their land, dying over a flag way before we was dying and killing over a flag which was white and blue. I mean, red and blue. They was killing over red and blue way before us. You know what I'm saying? So look, this is the way that I see shit, bro. Look, as a kid, you tend, when you a newborn, right, and you come into something, you tend to mimic those who was there before you, right? So kids mimic their parents. You know what I'm saying? Bro, we got brought here. We got brought to this country, and we were newborns to this motherfucking country, right? So at some point, we started mimicking the shit that we seen. They was already killing for land that wasn't theirs, killing for a flag that wasn't theirs. You know what I'm saying? And then so when it got to the point to where we adapted to that, and we became the same people that they once were, now it's a problem. We're going to stop trying to...
Now, y'all tell me he wasn't spitting facts. The craziest part is most people won't get the true lesson of what he said. Now, I'm going to play it again, but I'm going to stop it at certain points. And as I'm playing it, I want y'all to tell me what is the greatest lesson. Let me see. Before I play this video again, what is the lesson we supposed to get out of what he just said? Anybody can tell me the lesson that we supposed to get? I want to look at the chat. Before I play the video again, can y'all tell me the lesson that we supposed to get? That part is true. Oh, okay. I told y'all be thinking I ain't got no bosses. I've always felt that. Let me see. Can nobody wants to say the lesson? The original whites was good. Same day invented religion to save the... No, that's not the lesson. So now I'm going to play it. Now I'm going to give y'all the lesson. Don't follow. I'm going to give y'all the lesson. So I'm going to play it again, and I'm going to pause it, start at different points, right?
Stop trying to use the old school white racist towns as an excuse to not call out these niggas and how they make damn near every neighborhood.
Yeah, bro, but bro said racist.
First thing, what we have to stop doing is if we having a subject of black crime, like crime that takes place in the neighborhood, the first thing we have to stop doing is immediately trying to blame white people for the crimes we commit in this regard. And let's say if we having a conversation like we need to stop selling drugs to each other. At some point, you can't just blame the white man for why you selling drugs. You got to blame your brother that came before you, your uncle that came before you, your father that came. You can't just jump straight to blaming white people. You got to take accountability for what you did as a man. What you did as a man trumps whatever historical lesson you can learn from why you did what you did as a man. That's the first thing. So like when I decided to stop selling drugs, I took accountable. I remember saying, man, I got mad at the dope dealer that got my father hooked on heroin, but yet I'm selling drugs, taking a father or mother away from somebody else. That's self-accountability. That's not me blaming the white man. That's me not learning my own lesson. I grew up without a father in and out of my life over heroin. So how do I look if I'm angry about my father not being there? What do I think I'm doing in my own community if I'm doing the same thing that I'm mad at the drug dealer that was selling the shit for my father? You can expand that. You can expand that to if you're in a gang. It's the same exact thing. If you're in a gang, why would you, if you're in a gang and mad that your father got shot, your mother got shot? Who is this? If you mad, hold on, I don't want to take no calls right now if I could.
Niggas and how they make damn near, we're going to stop trying to...
I don't want to take no calls right now because I want to finish this live stream. So, I'm sorry, finish this point. So, same thing with gangbanging. Same thing with everything. If you're mad that your brother got shot, your mother got shot, XYZ got shot, and you really want to stop it, but you're in the very thing that propagated and promoted your mother, your brother, your sister, your auntie, whoever getting shot. You have to take accountability for that. Now, that's not what you call it, blaming the white man. That's taking self-accountability. That's one conversation. Then now, let's say if there's a conversation to be had about interaction between black and white, now I can talk about white people. Like if white people's argument about violence don't include their violence, they're being disingenuous. And what happens a lot of times, and the reason why Charlie got the pushback that he got the pushback on, is because when white people talk about violence, they don't talk about their violence. When white people talk about crime, they don't talk about their crime. They don't talk about them being criminals of anything. They don't talk about their criminality and child molestation. They don't talk about their criminality and robbery. They don't talk about their criminality and drug use, drug dealing. They don't talk about their criminality. Whenever white people talk about crime, they only talk about our crime. That's the difference. Black people, and then when I come along and start pointing out their crime, I get attacked from two sides. I get attacked from white people, and I get attacked from black people that want to talk about black crime, which they have a, listen, Wack of them got, I turned the whole 100 side upside down last week. Me and Wack having a back and forth, and I told Wack, I said, there's no such thing as black on black crime. He didn't understand what I was talking about. And I said, what I'm talking about is when Charlie talks about black on black crime, there is no such thing as black on black crime. You know why there can't be a such thing as black on black crime when you're talking to Charlie Kirk or anybody like Charlie Kirk? Because we have to talk about white on white crime too. And then now once you say white on white crime, which is never heard of, now we're just talking about crime. If I'm talking to a black person and he want to talk about what we do, we can stick to ourselves. That's the uphill battle that somebody like myself has, because what has become the white man's defense of always pointing out black on black crime has now become the black man's attack on another black man when we show how criminal the white man is. Because there's absolutely black on black crime. There's absolutely crime that takes place amongst black people that we have to address. But if America is going to talk about crime, but for some reason they can only talk about black on black crime, then I'm going to tell you there ain't no such thing as black on black crime. They can only be crime. There's 49 million black people. I think there was about 10,000 violent acts of crime. Not to diminish that 10,000, but if there's 49 million black people and only 10,000 of those black people, if only 10,000 of that 49 million are violent, then I guess ain't no crime. Why are we making it a black on black thing? It seems like we got 980,000 civilized black people that ain't unaliving. Let that sizzle in your spirit. Because when they throw that 13% and then they say they committing 55%, you think that's 55% of black people committing the crimes. And that's not true. If there's 49 million black people and only 10,000 deaths have been caused by black people, the math you got to do a little better job with the math. So that be the issue that we have. That's going to be the issue. When you see me and Wack had this conversation, I want y'all to keep that in mind, because that's going to be the issue. So now I want to go back to the video. I want to make sure I keep my train of thought. So now we're going to go back to what this brother said, and I'm going to tell y'all what he's saying and what we need to do to correct it.
Wait, there's never a justification for being racist without reason.
Now, you see what he said? There's never a justification to be racist without reason. That's also true. When they call me racist and they say, Cap, are you racist? Most of the time I'll say I'm prejudiced. I'll say I'm not racist. But even if you go by the racist, my racism is like not because they're white. Nobody calls the Jewish man racist against the German. Nobody has ever accused Jewish people of being racist to Germans, even though we know Jewish people don't like Germans because they're German. But nobody calls them racist. I'm going to keep going.
Look, hold on. Wait, there's never a justification for being racist without reason. White people was racist to black people from the beginning of time without reason at all.
Now,
so at what...
Is that true? Was white people racist to black people from the beginning of time without reason? Yes. Brother spitting facts.
White people was racist to black people from the beginning of time without reason at all. So at what point did it become...
Hold on one second. Hey, dude, did you not hear me say I'm not taking no calls, man?
Hey, what's good?
I said I'm not taking no calls till I finish the subject. Why you keep calling?
No, my bad. Yo, I kind of got in on the ass end.
No problem. I
say less. I'm going to hang up. I'll holler.
After I finish, there you go. Thank you. I appreciate it. Jesus Christ, the man called like 12,000 times.
Did it become justified? Because now blacks is deciding to do the type of shit that they doing. But now, white people was doing the...
You see what he said? At what point did it become justified? Now, because black people decided to do the type of shit that they doing, that is the problem. That right there is the problem. And I'm going to see if y'all want to know the difference between what black people do and what white people do. And I got to preface I don't want to give you the preface because then you're going to know the answer. So now I'm going to say it one more. I'm going to let them play it one more time. And I'm going to see if y'all see. Hold on one second. I'm going to bring it back.
Blacks is deciding to do the type of shit that they doing, but white people was doing the same shit that they claim that we do today. They was doing hundreds of years ago. They was killing people for their land, dying over a flag way before we was dying and killing over a flag which was white and blue. Red and blue. They was killing over red and blue way before us. You know what I'm saying? Now, so look, this is the way that I see shit.
He said they was killing over red and blue way before us. He's right. But why is it worse for us? Who knows? Now, who knows why? What he's saying is correct. They was killing over a flag before us. They was killing over red and blue, add the white, red, white, and blue, before us. They was killing over land before us. Why is it worse for us? Crips and Bloods are not the Union and Confederate. I'm sorry. They're worse than the Union and Confederate. And I need y'all to tell me why. Who knows the answer? Who knows the answer? I'm going to keep playing it. I need to see if y'all know the answer. Because we are copying their culture. That's true, but it's not good enough. It's not getting... Bishop, y'all make sure y'all get... Bishop said... because we are doing it to each other. That's the answer. That's the first part of the answer. The first part of that answer is because we are doing it to each other. We have not learned nothing from the white man in America. Nothing. I'll explain what I mean by nothing. So far, y'all heard me say, because we're doing it to each other, and we have not learned nothing from the white man in America. And I know they're saying, Cap, nah, you lying, you capping. This is going to be a great lesson for y'all. I'm going to keep going.
Red and blue, they was killing over red and blue way before us. You know what I'm saying? So, look, this is the way that I see shit, bro. Look, as a kid, when you a newborn, right, and you come into something, you tend to mimic those who was there before you, right? So kids mimic their parents. You know what I'm saying? Bro, we got brought here. We got brought to this country, now, and we were newborn.
Y'all know when he say kids mimic their parents, you know what he's saying, right? He's saying black people are the kids. The white man is the parent. He ain't lying about that either. It's twofold what he's saying. But the first thing you got to understand, what he's trying to explain to you is that the white man brought the flag, we took their flag. They the parent, we the son. White man fought over land, we fighting over a block. They the parent, we the son. The white man is harming people for no reason, being racist. I don't know if we could say we harming people because we're racist, because we're harming our own. We're not harming other people for land. We're harming our own for land. We're not even a good son. This is heavy, man. This is heavy.
Brought to this country, and we were newborns to this motherfucking country, right? So at some point, we started mimicking the shit that we sing. They was already killing for land that wasn't theirs, killing for a flag that wasn't theirs. You know what I'm saying? And then so when it got to the point to where we adapted to that and we became the same people that they once were, now it's a problem. We're gonna stop.
We are not the same. We are not the same. We didn't learn from the white man. So I'm gonna break it down now. We didn't learn from the white man. Let me tell you what the white man did. The white man came over here and saw the Native Indians and plotted on the Native Indians and took their land. The white man, the only thing the white man did that would be nigh onto like a Bloods and Crips, as far as what we're talking about, is when the British and them came over here, the white men that came over here separated from the Brits over there. Went to war, said we can have these 13 colonies, we can establish for ourselves. So as they're enslaving us, they did have a civil war. Their civil war was about someone else's land. Their civil war was not about each other's land. So England had their land, the British had their land. They come over here to America. It's a new land. But this new land don't belong to the Brits that's over there in Europe or to the white men that came over here and saw the Native Indians. So even their civil war wasn't about a land that they owned. It was about taking somebody else's land. And when America became America and them 13 colonies, they created their own land. And they still kept their racism. They still kept their unaliving against their enemies, which was Native Indians, Mexicans, blacks, Puerto Ricans, all of the North American people that were the founders of these continents, and then the blacks that they brought over here in slaves. Then they created a flag that was red, white, and blue with the stars in it. And they fight to this day. They fight tooth and nail for that flag. When we come in as trying to mimic them, we picked the wrong enemy. You know what enemy we picked? We picked ourselves as the enemy. With the white man hate us so much that they made sure that they flooded us with drugs. Only made it a pandemic or an epidemic when enough of their own started becoming addicted. Then it wasn't heroin, it was an opioid product. Then that's when you notice it became an opioid epidemic when so many white people had it. Same thing with abortion. Abortion only became an epidemic. You know why? What's the abortion rule that they just overturned? What's the famous abortion case? What's the famous abortion case? Hold on. What's the famous abortion case? What's the famous Roe versus Wade? You know why Roe versus Wade? Now, abortion was something that they specifically targeted us. Anybody look up a DVD called Ma'afa 21, it'll break down the truth about Planned Parenthood. And when you watch the truth about Planned Parenthood, you'll see that the Margaret Sanger said this specifically: we can't be the face of Planned Parenthood. The preacher and the nurse has to be the face. Because if they come in knowing that we want to exterminate them, they're going to reject this notion of terminating your baby, taking your ovaries out. But if the preacher pushes it, if the black nurse pushes it, then they'll accept it. You know when Roe v. Wade became a problem? When white women stopped producing babies. Now they cancel Roe v. Wade. Now abortion is becoming a hot topic because the white men feel like they're going to lose their race. What do? We spend all our time unaliving each other, shooting each other, selling drugs to each other, molesting each other, destroying each other, beating each other, whipping each other. We could never call ourselves the sons of the white man. You can call yourself the bastard son of the white man because you can't even do the job the way that he did it. And no, I'm not advocating any violence against the white man. But what I am showing is how bitch made we really are. We really are bitch made. You know what we are to the white man? We're bad game. We're the bad game. When you go hunt, right? When a white man, when anybody goes and hunt, you know why when they go hunting, you know why you putting camouflage on? You know, like they got camouflage that they wear. If anybody's ever been hunting, you wear camouflage. You can get antler spray. You can get deer antler. You can get sprays that throws off your human scent. You can get sprays that make you smell like a deer so the deer is comfortable. They get up in a tree. They hide themselves in the tree. They'll get a bunker so they can hide themselves in the bunker. And the harder it takes to unalive that deer, to unalive that bear, to unalive whatever they're hunting, the better the game is. Because it's about the game. It's about having to really hunt this person down, chase it. It's about the chase. You know when it comes to black people, they ain't got to wear no camouflage. They don't need no camouflage. They ain't got to hide in the tree. They ain't got to do nothing. They just come out and tell you. Joe Biden was on a live stream. Hold on. Let me look. Hold on 1 second. Let me show y'all how bad we are. Joe Biden. Where's this at? Let's see.
I want to ask you about your running mate. I don't know if you saw. Well, I saw the day that the news report broke.
I want y'all to listen to this.
Amy Klobuchar was being vetted, and a lot of people on social media, women voices in this country, and they feel things. What do you say to them?
Well, multiple.
Well, you know,
thanks so much. That's really our time. I apologize.
You can't do that to black media.
I can't do that to white media and black media. The problem is that I'm not acknowledging anybody who is being considered, but I guarantee you there are multiple black women being considered.
Hold on, I want to
multiple.
Well, you know,
thanks so much. That's really our time. I apologize.
You can't do that to black media.
I can't do that to white media and black media because my wife has to go on.
Give me 1
at
second.
6 o'clock.
Okay.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
Listen, you got to come see us when you come to New York, VP Biden.
I will.
It's a long way until November. We got more questions.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
It don't have nothing to do with Trump. It has to do with the fact I want something. It's a long way until November. We got more questions.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
It don't have nothing to do with Trump. It has to do with the fact I want something for
Joe Biden can say that to Charlemagne. If you got a problem with voting between me and Trump, then you ain't black, is what he said out of his mouth. And he said that
and my community.
And Charlemagne the God said nothing. Nothing. That's how bad game we are. We are not even good game. There is no hunting black people. Now, you might think, Cap, what do you mean? You know, they blame the towers on the Palestinians and Arabs. Are the Palestinian Arabs racially profiled when they drive their car? No, they're not. Nobody's more profiled than us. Nobody's more falsely arrested than us. Nobody is anything than us. So if you want to know the greatest lesson out of what that brother said, we should have never tried to mimic the white man and his way of life. We should have never tried to mimic the white man and live by unaliving each other over a flag, over a color. We should have never done that. We should have never tried to unalive each other over a block that we're never going to own. When you compare yourself to the white man, when the white man went to war, he got California. When the president of Mexico decided to abolish slavery, and Texas was a part of Mexico, the white man went to war with that governor of Mexico. Texas is America now. Because the white man didn't say, I'm going to go to war with other white people to get Texas. I'm going to go to war with the person that's running Mexico to get Texas, and went to war and got Texas. So if you got Jersey City, where I'm from, if you got Newark, if you're from Cali, if you're from any place and your neighborhood is messed up and you want to blame it on the white man, stop living like the white man. So that means in order to stop living like the white man, you got to stop selling his drugs. You got to stop using the drug. Listen, as soon as you tell a black person they got to stop getting high, one thing me and Wack agree on, when we start talking about that weed and the strains and the little white balls that be on the little crystals and all that shit that be on there, all that shit is to keep you high. But the minute you tell somebody they can't get high no more, the white man don't seem that bad anymore. It don't seem that bad. Nah, I ain't fucking with you, Cap. You was good till you said I can't smoke this weed. You was good till you said I can't pop this pill. You was good till you said I can't do this. You was good until, and then they'll talk about, what do you want me to do? Then when it comes to selling drugs, they be like, so you want me to get a job? It's only paying $6 an hour. Now, I don't know what the minimum wage is today. But whatever the minimum wage is today, is better than any wage you can get selling drugs. Listen, when you selling drugs, you got to worry about the fiends jerking you. You got to worry about the robbers trying to rob you. You got to worry about the police. You got to worry about all those things. All of that you got to worry about. When you work your 9 to 5, you just working a 9 to 5. That's all you're doing is working your 9 to 5. But somebody convinced you. Somebody convinced us that it's better to hang out on the corner and sell drugs and sell dope and rob your brothers, rob your people, grape women, than to love your brother, than to build with your community, than to do those things. So that video that he brought, those things that he said was absolutely true. The problem is, we think that piece of history means we can be like him. You know why Diddy is in jail? Because he thought he could be like the white man. And when he got too big for his britches, they put him in jail for what we find out is he just a freaky ass nigga. Diddy is in jail because he's a freaky ass nigga. But we can't be like them. We can't live like them. Another story I want to get is somebody had asked, I was breaking down Ghostface Killer. So the title of this live stream, and Salakia to the calls, I will take calls now. I wanted to get that gang and the flags out because I wanted to break that down yesterday. I didn't get a chance to break that down yesterday. So now anybody that wants to call, I know Boss, matter of fact, this is what I do, because I'm the best live streamer on the planet. I'm gonna call Boss back. That's how good I am. I'm gonna call boss back as I make my pre-workout. You see, brother, you see how good I am. I called you back, brother.
Yeah, that's dope, Cal. That's dope, man. I appreciate that, man.
No sweat, brother.
Listen, man. And man, great presentation on the flags and all that. I appreciate that. But the reason why I was calling.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second.
Go ahead.
Caller, hold on. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, brother. So the reason why I was calling you was because of the whole Cardi B thing.
Right.
So on the surface, Cardi B was looked at as well. Before I go into that, do you consider the Dominican Republicans
our people? Yes.
Family?
Yes, their family, definitely.
All right. So on the surface, she has 3 kids, 5 brothers.
Hold on 1 second. To the other caller, if you could just mute your phone, and then to boss, you sounded like you were separating just a little bit.
All right, let me go in.
So everybody understand, I just took my pre-workout. But go ahead.
All right, good brother. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you sound way better now. Go ahead.
Okay, great. So on the surface, Cardi B sounds or appears as a woman. She got with a man. They got married. She bears 3 children.
Mm-hmm.
And she's in the limelight doing the thing.
Right.
That's
caller. Hold on.
Then, as of recent news, she's now a baby. She went from wife to now baby mama. As you said the other day, she left one man for a worser man who's apparently expecting 2 or 3 newborns.
Right. He got 1 newborn. We saw him with 1 newborn already. We saw that.
Right.
Hold on 1 second. Hey, Jesse, can y'all, to the callers, if you can mute your phone. Thank you. Go ahead, brother.
Right. So make no mistake about this statement I'm about to make. Because I'm all alpha, I'm all that, whatever, I'm all man. But can you blame her? Because I saw interviews.
Hold on. Good, I had to hang up on that caller. You got it, brother.
All right, good brother. So, and I want to get your take on this. So what I saw an interview with her the other day where she said out her own mouth, she said, yo, Offset, man, was having sex with one of my friends.
Caller, hold on.
All playing in her face, this, that, and the third. I'm not saying I'm defending, because I do believe in, man, just biologically, we're going to have other women. But,
right.
Man,
caller, hold on.
Another rib, that's a friend. So
right.
Can you blame Cardi? Because, see, this is what we don't know as men. We forget that we're logical. They're emotional.
Right.
And when you deal with emotions, a female, man, will ruin your whole life, bro.
Right.
But so in your perspective, even though we want to label her as this, that, and the third, does she have a right? Because the only way she could have hurt Offset really was having a screwing other niggas, excuse my French, is one thing. Having a baby by another man is another ball game. I think yesterday, I don't know if you saw my live stream yesterday. You familiar with Sierra, right? I did. Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
Do you think she chose wisely when she left Future?
Absolutely.
That's the difference. That's the difference. That's so like I don't when I talk about this, right? If I just talk about it from a biblical lens, even if Offset did that, she still didn't have a right. She's a whore regardless, right? So what I try to do, when I have this conversation, I try to give a lens where people can really see, right? If Cardi was hurt and she wanted to avoid that, she would not have chosen Stephon Diggs. She would have chose somebody like Ciara was with Future, and she has a baby with Future. Future is wilding out all in the streets, XYZ. Ciara didn't want that type of lifestyle. So what did Ciara do? Ciara went and damn sure made sure she chose the opposite of Future. Russell Wilson is the absolute opposite of Future. So the reason why I don't give Cardi B a pass, and I don't even think it's about anything other than what you said about the Vengeance having a baby. And I think because of that, Cardi B just showed that she's just a hood rat, ratchet ass bitch like every other hood rat, ratchet ass bitch. Ciara showed that she elevated to a point where she no longer, let's say, now I don't know Ciara's history before Future. I know she was with Bow Wow. They didn't have no kids together, something like that. So I don't know what her history is. But if Ciara wanted to live in a good relationship, healthy relationship, she made sure to do that. Right. No, I'm saying Ciara first. Ciara made sure she did that by getting with a man that was on the level or type of time that she was. What Cardi B is showing the world is the type of time that she on is Offset Jr. She didn't choose the opposite of Offset. She didn't choose somebody where you could say, listen, man, y'all could be mad at Cardi for leaving Offset, but look at who she got with. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like if she would have got with a Russell Wilson is just the name. But let's say if she would have got with somebody similar to Russell Wilson type or opposite Offset type, then you might say, well, I would say, man, she off as hell. We supposed to stay with the person we with, but at least she upgraded. She downgraded for all intents and purposes.
And I do understand that, and I respect that.
And then after this exchange, and just so you know, after you get this exchange, because I got 4 other calls, so after you give this exchange, then I'm gonna go ahead after that. So you got the floor.
Understood. My thing. Okay, let's flip. Let's do a flip.
Right.
Here's the flip. Let's say me and you dogs. You my brother. I'm your brother. We attractive men. We got our own women. But brother, if I ever found out, man, you trying to holler at my old rib? Now what? And now you got a baby by her. I got kids with her. Now you go behind my back. Do I address her or do I address you?
Well, if me and you is homies, you do both.
Yeah, if you
if I'm your homie, listen, man, I got my right hand man. When I was in the world, my right hand man, his name was Tutu out of Jersey City. That was my nigga, my ace. And I used to tell him, like, if he even conversated with a broad, that broad was off limits to me. Like that's how we was. So I'm gonna use that as an analogy. So if he had a girl, I see his girl and they broke up or they together, and I holler at her, he has the right to be mad at me and her because we're supposed to be homies, and there's supposed to be rules to the game that should never be violated. Because if it was just a random dude, I wouldn't talk to the dude. I would check her because I ain't got no relationship with him. So he just doing what niggas in the world do. But being that me and him is homies, there should be something that should be off limits at that point. So at that point, he would have every right. At that point, he would have every right to check me at that point.
And that doesn't apply to a woman, is what you said.
No. So I get Cardi feeling that way about Offset because they was playing in her face. What I don't get is why she didn't level herself up, because Stephon would do the exact same thing. She didn't pick a man with a better character, a better moral compass. Like, let's say in that same example, I do that to you with a girl.
Yes, sir.
Are you going to pick the same type of girl, or are you going to try to choose a girl that doesn't have that type of reputation?
Excellent wisdom, Cap. And I know you got to get out of here. And so with that being said, and I want to get off the phone so we can get this exchange. But the only bird that can attack an eagle is a crow. But eagles do not retaliate against crows. You know what they do? They fly higher.
And she didn't fly higher. That's my point.
She didn't. Yeah. Good wisdom, good brother.
No sweat. I appreciate it, brother. You have a good day. You see, I called you back, so I appreciate you understanding. Yeah, no sweat. So I appreciate you understanding when I kind of got at you a little bit, and I did call you back because you was calling, and it ended up being a beautiful conversation, man. You take care.
Absolutely.
All right, brother. Later. All right, next call in the queue. And just so y'all know, I got about 8, 15, 23 minutes exactly. So please have your questions on deck and don't be long-winded. Next caller is Daniel. It says Daniel on my phone. It says Daniel on my phone. Daniel Smith. Daniel.
Hey, shalom.
Hey, shalom, brother. What's your question or comment?
I got 2 comments, 1 question. First comment, man, look, Cardi B, man, that's simple, man. Come on, what she talk about? What she rap about? Come on, stop playing. Like, you can't make a whole house play.
Right.
Second comment, bruh, I don't feel nothing with Kirk, and they ain't gonna make me feel nothing. I don't even know this man. Just because y'all throw him on my feed, you trying to make me care, just like you threw Puppy on my feed. I ain't never looked up Puppy, and I ain't never looked up Puppy. Y'all better stop playing. That's on those 2.
Okay, what's your question?
About your Friday body.
About what?
About your Friday body bag, right? About your Friday body bag.
You said You said about my Friday body bag. Well, you talking about the debate over Paul?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You know, I'm glad you said that because that's a replay from like last year. I had that debate was actually from that debate was from last Friday. And I'm glad you said that because you never saw that debate, right?
Say that last word?
I said you never saw that debate, right?
I never saw that. Never saw that.
And that's why. So this one I gotta cut people like Mika and other people in the chat. They be like, "Oh, this is old." A lot of people don't see them debates.
Wow, I thought that. Man, I stayed up all night watching that.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, because I ain't gonna lie, I do like melodized style. You know what I'm saying? I like the style of debate, but. Bro, you going off emotion and just like points. Like you just make a point. You already hit it on the head. You're not really giving me nothing to go look up.
Right.
You just saying theories and stuff. You like, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
we can go all day with theories, but where's the fact? However, it is one question that I was waiting to ask you.
What's your question?
Timothy daddy was a Gentile.
No, his daddy was an Israelite. So it's like when you read in when you read in I think it's Acts 18 or something like that, when it talks about the mother was a Jewish but the father was a Greek.
Yes, sir. Please, go ahead. I think I just got it, but go ahead.
Right. So you know where I'm going. His mother was in the truth, the father was not. That's the point of that. It's not even talking about his ethnicity. That's not the point. It's saying his mother obeyed the commandments, the father didn't.
Woo! Okay. I know you gotta go, but
but on that subject, the reason why that's important is because of Christianity. We look at every time you see the word Greek, it requires this type of breakdown. If we see Jewish, it requires this type of breakdown. When you just look at the context, they don't have the problem that we have today where we don't know our identity. They know their identity. So they're not having this conversation like, oh, Timothy was a non-Israelite. That's never the subject.
Gotcha.
It's not the subject. The subject was, and because his father didn't keep the commandments, is why Timothy wasn't circumcised.
Correct. Right. He was his dad was like one of us African Americans.
Exactly.
Not knowing
that's it.
Okay. And one quick last thing about weed, man. Look, that I smoke weed. I smoke weed. It helps me.
I had to get that shit up. I tell you what. I'm gonna tell you why. Because medicine is supposed to cure you, right?
Okay.
So if marijuana is in medicine, how long are you gonna be sick before you get cured? Unless you're telling me you always sick. And if you always sick, if you are always sick, right? If you are always sick, then that means whatever you taking to cure you is not working. Alcohol is not a medicine. Alcohol is only promoted. The only time you might see alcohol for the belly is when you're nervous, and it gives you what they call courage juice. But alcohol has never been promoted as medically advancing. There's nothing medical. Ain't nobody say, hey man, we about to get this alcohol. We about to feel good. Excuse me, we're about to be healed. Because you can't feel good. You get a sip of that tequila, you get a sip of that scotch, and then boom, you feeling good. You feeling merry. Right. But it don't heal you if you sick. If you got high anxiety, you don't say, let me get this alcohol. You might say, let me smoke this weed for my anxiety. People might think I need to smoke weed for anxiety, but you don't have to smoke weed for anxiety. You could put it in tea form. You could make it any other way than burning it, because when you burn it, you actually change the properties of it itself. And then if it's not working, maybe this ain't the right medicine for you. Because a lot of people that smoke weed and say that they have all these things, they are doing what they call self-medicating. You ain't no doctor. Go to a doctor and see why you have anxiety, why you nervous, why you this, why you that. And let them medically apply what would actually help you. All right?
Okay.
All right, brother. No problem, brother. All right. Take it easy. Next caller, y'all got to be quick. Next caller, it says 412-417. (412-417). Going once. You got to unmute your phone, brother or sister. 412-417. You should know your own phone number. If not, I'm going to have to hang up. Going once. Going twice. You the only person. I forget. This is the Ebionite brother. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's going on? I just want to say something. I was going to ask a question about slavery thing. So I'm going to actually hold off on today because I know you said you only got a little amount of time. So I'm going to hold that big question. I just want to say two things real fast. The first thing, I like what you just said, the analogy you just used. That's what we do, Aki. We use perception to receive intellectual knowledge. And the perception is the six senses: hear, see, smell, touch, and smell, and foreknowledge. That's how we get intellectual. So people use intellectual knowledge first and try to gain wisdom that doesn't align with perception. The six, you know what I'm saying? The six senses. So that would be what we call using the book, Aki. So I like what you just did. I like what you heard. You know what you just did, and opening that brother's eyes, because that's an example of being. And you opened his eyes, you know, and that's what.
Caller, hold on. Oh, no.
Say this, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Number two, I just want to say that I want to tell everybody. So this is something I've been wanting to get out, and you can speak on it if you want to at the end. But remember, folks, the same conversation having on Cardi B. Now I'm really not that political, but I'm the type of person I break down everything down to a T. It's the same person that Kamala Harris tried to use to get our votes along with Megan Thee Stallion. And when I seen that, all that said to me was, okay, black men, y'all love drug dealing, y'all love hoes, y'all love whores, y'all love Jezebels, y'all love pimp, y'all love the street life, y'all love the stripper life, y'all love the, you know what I'm saying, y'all love everything, you know what I'm saying, wrong. You feel me? That was what she said to black men, and this is what she said to our grandmothers and grandfathers that are still alive, as well as our children. You know what I'm saying? Because they, you know, cast these folks, so it affects our lives. And then to the women, she said, you know, I know you love women. You know, I know you love being down. I know you love being ran through, being misused and abused. You know what I'm saying? I know you love being called
feed and hold and all those type of things. You know, I love this lifestyle. And this is something that people know.
Hey, you breaking up a little. You breaking up a little bit, brother.
And this is something that people didn't take the time to see. You know what I'm saying? The two people that she tried to use to get our vote, and this is how they view us. You know what I'm saying? It's not all black women and all black men are into these type of things. You know what I'm saying? There are black men that are faithful. There are black men that are married. You know what I'm saying? There are black women that are faithful. There are black women that are married. There are black women that you know what I'm saying, that believe in helping their men working 9 to 5.
But can you come on with it, brother?
Huh?
I get what you're saying, but I ain't got a lot of time, and I got another call I got to get to. So I just want you to get to the point, brother, if you could.
Oh yeah, so that's all I'm saying, man. You know, so just remember, you know, these are our idols. You know what I'm saying? They could have used anybody, you know, anybody to try to get our vote, but instead, you know, they use, you know, what we glorify against us, and
definitely
really can't be mad at that. We just got to change that.
I appreciate it, brother.
100.
All right. I didn't see you saying no in the chat. I believe this caller is Keisha.
Hey, good morning, Kat. I just want clarity on the beginning of what you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you trying to say that we should, the beginning of your opening of the show when you was not allowing callers to come in, I just want to make sure I'm understanding or receiving what you're saying. Are you saying the more blame is on Esau White versus on Israel?
What you mean by that?
Well, I'm trying to figure out what you, like, I'm more so trying to figure out what you mean when biblically. What I mean is the Most High God.
Uh-huh.
Who would he blame more? And if you have verses for me to kind of comprehend it better, it'll be good.
Blame more for what? Blame more for what exactly?
I don't know if blame is the right adjective. Who is more severely under judgment? Is it us?
Well, I think it's clear.
Folks?
I think it's clear that we're more severely under judgment, because look at the judgments that we have been under for hundreds of years. So we are clearly under judgment. The white man has not received any judgment as of yet. His judgment is coming. But right now we are being punished. You wanted scriptures, Deuteronomy the 28th chapter from 15 to 68. Our parents being separated from each other, our kids, the hatred that women have for their fathers, and that fathers have for their women, that mothers have for their kids, that fathers have for their kids. There's nobody being more punished than us for our disobedience. As far as the white man, in Isaiah 47:6, it says, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance. Thou didst show them no mercy. So we have not been shown any mercy, and that's why they'll be punished. But as far as who's being punished more, we are being punished to this day.
Understood. Okay, thank you for clarifying that. On that, does the Bible teach or tell us that if Black and brown people, Israel, don't get open up of the truth? Like if there's an individual that don't come across you or the truth, are they spared for their sins? Is that where Christ was introduced? Like if no one gets woke, if that makes sense.
Yeah, there's no such that don't exist of no one knowing.
Okay.
That I get asked that question quite a few times. Like, what about somebody living with no internet? That don't,
or in a tribal country, that's not aware, and they still think they're under Christian doctrine or mind frame. Like
the same way they receive, no problem. The same way they receive Christianity is the same way they'll have the opportunity to receive the truth. Whether they accept it or not is a whole nother thing. It's always like that.
Okay, I'm assuming if they don't accept it, then they are more evil, right, than those.
It's not about a more evil, because some people don't accept the truth right away. How many people hear the truth, don't accept it, and then they accept it at a later time? So it ain't really about evil, but some people are more hard-headed than others. Some people hear the truth.
Most High. Oh, sorry.
Good.
So the Most High don't consider them evil, then? I just want to be on the same page.
I'm telling you You're asking about evil. I'm not answering for the Most High. You said, are they more evil? I'm telling you, because they don't hear the first time, don't make them more or less evil than anybody else. We're all evil. We're all evil. The scriptures say all of our righteousness is as a filthy rag or a menstrual cloth to the Most High. So nobody has the authority to say who's worse or best. I'm worse than anybody. So it's not about being worst or best, because to the Most High, we're all pieces of shit. And so all we're doing is trying to do enough to where the Lord says, okay, I can get a little bit of work out of him. I can get a little bit of work out of her. I can let go of all the evil shit he did, all the evil shit she did. That's all we're trying to do. The Most High don't need us. He don't need us at all. We need him. And so it's our duty to say, okay, we need him. He said to do this. Okay, maybe if I do enough of this, maybe if I do enough of this, he'll look past all of the wicked shit that I did. That's what we're supposed to think. We're not supposed to look and say, well, this person has sex with 7 men. She's way more evil than me. I only had sex with 2 men. God looks at both of y'all the same. He don't look at one better than the other. He murdered people. He murdered somebody. I just sold drugs. I'm better than him. God don't care. You understand?
I do now. I appreciate you. Thank you.
You're
Have
welcome.
a beautiful day.
You too. Now, before I go, y'all, that's the last call I'm taking. Before I go, Ghostface Killer is an excellent father, because Ghostface Killer's son is gay, and Ghostface said, I'm not accepting your gay lifestyle. And I don't understand, what is the problem with? What is the problem with not accepting your child's homosexual lifestyle? Because if your child was a drug addict and you ain't accept that, they would understand. If your child was a drug dealer, didn't accept that, they would understand. Your child was a gang member, they would understand. Your child did anything else, they would understand. But because he's saying you're a homosexual, I ain't rocking with that. The only thing, if your child becomes a homosexual, here's what you should do. Of course, you don't accept it, but find out who touched your child. That's important. Find out who touched your child, and don't let your child say, nobody touched me. There's no such thing as being born gay. You're not born gay. Nobody is born. If you're born gay, then you're born a murderer, you're born a thief, you're born a drug addict, you're born a drug dealer, you're born a woman, you're born a man, you're born anything. That don't even make fucking sense at all. You're not born that way. But when you go into the history and you find out that 95% are touched, then you'll find out that that child was more. I remember Saucy Santana is a good example. Saucy Santana claimed he was born gay. And then when you read the book, you find out that when his mother would take him to his to his family was abusing him. And then now all of a sudden, he's gay. You go into that child's life, you'll find out that somebody touched that kid. Somebody touched that boy, somebody touched that girl. You want to know why a lot of these young boys are so sexually active, so hyper effeminate, hyper all of that? Because somebody touched them and nobody did nothing about it. Nobody. And that's why. So imagine that kid losing his innocency. His parents don't defend him. His parents don't defend him over that. How does he cope with that? You know what he'll say? I was born this way. Because now, if I'm born this way, I was supposed to get molested. I was supposed to get attacked. I was supposed to get SA'd because I was born this way. That's how that happens. So Ghostface Killer is an excellent father, because what he is setting the precedence for is that I am not accepting your homosexual lifestyle, and I'm not going to be bullied or forced into it. And what that son is showing is that son is saying, I hate my father, but I'm gonna use my father. So now I'm the, what's his name? What's this nigga's name? This nigga called himself the what did he call himself? He called himself the sweet face killer. Man, that would never be my son. I'm sorry. So I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Now I'm about to go work out. So until next time, Shalom Israel. Oh, Salakia. Oh, shit. So like I said, I was going to start doing the salutes. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah Baraka Thumb. Yahweh Shemal Alatham Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah.